I think that sometimes for new business owners, being fearful can sometimes go hand in hand with that, because you're kind of stepping out on faith and you're going for the unknown and you really don't know what to expect. And I think sometimes that can just breed a little anxiety in us. And when I feel that, that feeling, rising up in me, I turn to the Lord, and I rely on this one scripture in particular, and it's 2 Timothy 1:7, and it's, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind." So that's something that I really just have to allow it to resonate with me, and I just marinate on it, and I know that fear is not of God, so I should not be fearful. And like I said before, if He gave me this desire to be an entrepreneur, in this specific area, then He's going to give me the resources that I need. He's going to bring the people to me, and He's really just going to grow the business beyond what I could ever imagine. So fear does not live here. My name is Kendell Harris, Creative Director and owner of Pinned by Pink. I am a wedding stationer. I got my start, I want to say in 2012, when I was starting to plan for my own wedding. And I had all these grandiose ideas of this beautiful stationery that I wanted, but all of it was out of my price point. So I really just did some searching, and I ordered some samples and some swatches, and then I formulated my own wedding invitation. I sent it out to my guests. Nobody could really believe that I did it myself. So it kind of started as a hobby. I would do invitations for friends and family members. And then people started to say, your work is so good. It's such a quality product. Why don't you sell it? Why don't you turn this into a business? And something that I thoroughly enjoyed as a hobby kind of just morphed into a business out of that. Watercolor is like really in right now as far as invitations is concerned. Okay. So I can get some really nice floral designs for you. Okay. And then we'll stick with the plum. Stationery in general is really a passion of mine. Ever since I was a little kid, I was the kid who would, buy school supplies, before school would start, and I would just sit in my room and just play with my notebooks. I've always loved that kind of stuff. So like pens and notebooks and writing and journaling, those things have always been a passion of mine. So when I'm able to do that, I really feel like I'm at peace. I think the point in time where I really decided that this was something that I wanted to stick with and see it through was I was in a job for a couple of years that I really did enjoy, because I love to serve people, and I was in a position where I was able to serve. And I was still leaving every day not feeling as fulfilled as I know that I should be. And I felt like I was in a position where I was dedicating so many hours to a corporation, but I wasn't quite feeling as fulfilled as I should be, and I wasn't getting my return on my investment. Early on, I think that some of the problems that I really dealt with as far as getting my business grounded and making sure that I'm providing an awesome product for my brides, I think it was resources. Just really getting to know the market, getting to know all of the design software and design products out there at my disposal. I think that was a bit challenging in the beginning. So at times, even though I absolutely loved what I did, it was challenging and sometimes discouraging, because I did have to overcome that roadblock. And I'm really glad that I stuck to it and just put my head down and made it a mission to get it done. Depending on the type of business that you're in, the first couple years could probably be a bit of a struggle, because you're really just pouring all of your resources into the business, and you might not necessarily see a return on your investment right away. That doesn't mean that you don't want to stick to it, because at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, and you've built your business to where it needs to be, you will see gains from it. So I would say, as a brand new business owner, I think it's important that you have like-minded people around you, maybe a business coach, because you want to make sure that you are spending your money on tools that you actually need. So I think sometimes for new entrepreneurs, it can be a little bit difficult to see where you should get started. Maybe you feel like you don't have the resources, or you might not have people around you who are knowledgeable about some of the things that you're facing. So I think something that's really helped me a lot is social media. And sometimes social media gets a bad rap, but I'm not falling for it. Social media is customizable, so you can see exactly what you want to see. So you can see the ratchet behavior, or you can see the like-minded business people. It's totally at your discretion. So I choose to use social media as a vehicle to drive my business. So I join groups on Facebook, I join pods on Instagram, and I really connect myself with people who are in business like me, who might be in the same industry, or just people that I can glean from and just really just get a sense of what I need to do to make my business successful. I think that being a Black boss in 2017, it means a lot. Just the racial and social climate, I feel like we're living in a different time right now. So just really being an example for your children, first and foremost. Being an example for your children, being an example for younger people that are looking up to you. We have to be that. And sometimes we don't want to take on that burden because we feel like, we're not the role models. We just want to live our lives and, do whatever makes us happy. But in actuality, we are here for a purpose. And that purpose is to allow God to use us to inspire other people and to be able to lay the foundation so that people in generations to come will be able to look at our communities and look at us and just be like, they made it, why can't I make it? So we really just need to just go into it with that mindset that we want to be an example for others. There might be people out there struggling to, maybe do what you're trying to do, or just people who might not have that same mindset that you can mentor and that you can teach. There's a different way out than, maybe whatever they've planned. So I think it's just really important to be that person, so that people will look up to you and be able to know that, if you made it out, so can I. So currently at this time, I have a couple projects going on. I just wrapped up baby shower invitations for a close friend, so I'm really excited about that. I'm working on a set of save the dates for a destination wedding that's going to be next year, so I'm really excited about that. Her colors are really pretty too, so I love when that happens. When a bride just picks colors that I fall in love with, it's just a good time. But I have a couple weddings that I'm working on also. And additionally, I'm working on Mother's Day cards. So if you are the type of person that waits until the last minute to go out to Rite Aid or CVS or Hallmark to get your Mother's Day cards and they're all gone, definitely reach out to me and place an order for Mother's Day cards. I think one of the most important things that I've learned so far as an entrepreneur is that I have to do things at my pace. I know a lot of the times when you have all these ideas in your head, it's really easy to get distracted and to sometimes compare yourself to other entrepreneurs and other people who are doing things that are similar to you. And you can't lose yourself in that. You have to stay focused on what you're doing. And of course, there are always going to be other people who are doing the same thing that you're doing, but you really have to stop and think, what am I doing differently from them? You know, how am I going to make my business stand apart from theirs? You know, look at it as an opportunity to not only sell a product or sell a service, but to sell yourself as well. And I know that can kind of sound a little cliche, but in essence, when you are doing business with a client, you know, you are giving them yourself. So, you know, you just want to make sure that you are always prepared, you know, you're always putting your best foot forward, and just walk in excellence when it comes to your business. So in closing, I just want to say, if you have the desire to start your business, start it. Just go ahead and do it. I look at it this way. I don't want to look back 10, 15, 20 years from now with any regrets. You know, I want to be able to say, you know, I had this idea and I did it. I don't want to be able to, you know, in the future get into a position where, you know, I might not be in the financial position or the best of health, you know, and be able to say, you know, I had so many ideas when I was younger, but I didn't get the opportunity to do it. No excuses, just go out there and do it. And even if you are a little older, sometimes, you know, people can tell themselves, you know, I'm too old to do this, or, you know, I'm too old to do that. That's absolutely not true. As long as you have breath in your body, that means that you are able to do. So if you feel like you have a purpose, then pursue that purpose. So just don't take these days for granted. You just want to use all of your time to, you know, the fullest extent. And, you know, if you really have a desire, I think that you should act out on it. I'm Kendell Harris, and I'm a Black boss. I'm Kendell Harris, and I'm bossing it up with Black Boss. Nope. Sorry. No, you want to know what just threw me off?
Yeah.
No, the sock in that window just threw me off. Alright, I'm sorry.
Alright.
I'm Kendell Harris, and I'm bossing it up with Black Gold Productions.
Yeah.